Hello, friends. Thank you for tuning in, joining me for a practice today. I hope this video finds you all well and safe and making the most of this time. It's a strange thing and a hard thing, but we do the best we can. And I know that you are, even when it feels like you're not. I know, and you should know too, that you are. So today we are going to work with the heart. We have moved up the energy centers into this heart chakra, Anahata. And it's probably one of the most difficult but most essential energy centers to access and understand. And once we start to bring the awareness here, we can really allow ourselves to expand in new ways towards unconditional love and empathy and sympathy and connection. A couple of questions you can ask yourself during this practice. How am I nurturing myself? I think this is an excellent time to reflect on that. How am I nurturing myself, and how am I nurturing others around me? Because that comes from this space. Some of the mantras that you can use, some of the things that you can hear in your head as you practice opening Anahata is, I love, I am kind, and I open my heart to receive whatever comes my way. So remember, the heart is the sanctuary at the center of our being, and that compassion is our true nature. And so let's come into our space, move the flesh, and find a comfortable seated position, using a cushion under the hips if you need it, allowing the knees to ease down towards the earth, rolling the shoulders back and down a few times. Let the shoulder blades release down the back. Position the shoulders over the hips. Lift the crown of the head. Move the chin just slightly towards the pit of the throat. And here is where we will connect to our breath. So start breathing in through the nose and release through the nose or mouth. A couple of just regular sighs out. So breathe in deep. One more time. Just release. Release what was happening before you came to your mat. Release the thoughts you're having of what's going to happen when you leave your mat. And just be here, in this space, focusing on this sanctuary. Let's put our left hand over the heart space for a moment, right hand over the left. And as you continue to breathe, engaging Ujjayi breath, allow that expansion to begin. In the space underneath your hands, feel the rise and fall of the chest. Let the face be soft and pleasant. Few more rounds, breathing into this space and hearing those words, I love, I am kind, and I open my heart to receive whatever comes my way. And then release the hands. Continue breathing, but begin to let the breath go a little deeper into the body. Through the belly space, through the back. Into the hips, the pelvis. Rooting the sit bones down. Feeling a stable foundation growing deep beneath you. Few more rounds here. See if you can deepen the breath any more. Maybe even using some of Vritti Pranayama, where you count the breath in and then release this breath out slowly to match the count of the inhale. See if you can become aware of that subtle feeling of this breath, the air passing along the nostrils, the base of the nose. And let's take 3 breaths now where we actually retain the breath. So empty completely. And then with your next breath in, slowly filling the body from the base all the way up into the brain. And once it's all the way up in the head, hold the breath in. Press the tip of the tongue behind the top 2 front teeth into the gum space. And then bow the chin and slowly let the breath tumble down the front of the body. Press the belly back to squeeze the breath out. And then take another slow, full, deep breath in all the way into the base. Fill the belly and the chest and the throat. Bring the breath all the way into the head. Once you're full of breath, try to sip in just a little bit more. And then press the tip of the tongue into the gum space behind the top 2 front teeth. Holding the breath. And then, when you need to, bow your chin, open your mouth and let the breath tumble down. And we'll take one more, fill the body a little more. So inhale, filling the legs, the belly, the torso, the chest, the throat, into the center of the head. Hold it there. Sip in just a little bit more breath. Press the tip of the tongue behind the top 2 front teeth. And then maybe point your eyes up into the center of the forehead. Hold it. And then bow the chin. Let the breath tumble down. Keep the chin bowed here. With your next inhale, we'll begin to rock the head left and right. So left ear comes to the left shoulder. And then exhale the chin back to the chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale to the chest. Inhale, left. Exhale, chest. Inhale, right. Exhale, chest. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. One more. Inhale the neck, the ears over the shoulders. And then we'll exhale, turn the chin to the left shoulder. Inhale, gazing to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, gaze center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. One more each side. And then inhale, gaze back to center. Exhale, tip the left ear towards the left shoulder. And then take a little half circle here. So just rounding all the way around to the right ear. And back again. And then ears over the shoulders. Let's roll the shoulders back and down a few more times. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers and press the palms away. Draw the shoulders over the hips, so we're not pressing the hands forward, but keeping the shoulders positioned over the hips and the crown reaching to the sky. Breathe all the way into the sit bones. Bring the hands back to the heart. Switch the finger that's closest to you. So we have awkward hands and press them away again. And then bring them all the way back. Inhale, lift the hands up over the head, keeping the palms pressed together. Exhale, release out, lengthening through the fingertips, the shoulders, and the heart space. Dropping the fingerprints to the mat. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, bend the elbows. Hands drop behind the head, fingertips reaching to the ground. Elbows to the sky, biceps hug near the ears. Breathe here for just a moment. Just let the triceps ease open a little bit. And then inhale, lift the fingertips to the sky again. Exhale, out and lower down. Inhale, float up again. We'll add on. So exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And then exhale, out. So reaching forward. Fingertips pressing away from the shoulders, ears between the arms, head bowing. Pull the heart and the belly back. Pause here and breathe. Now, so we're opening the back side of the heart space in this position, this elephant trunk position. Pull the belly and the heart towards the spine. Keep the chin bowed toward the throat. And keep the fingertips pressing away. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades and the spine. And then inhale, sweeping up again. Exhale, releasing out and down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift, press the palms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Going out in front, exhale, elephant trunk. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the hands out to the sides. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, casting out and down. Inhale, lift the fingers to the sky. Exhale, out to a T this time. So lengthen long through the fingertips. Draw the shoulder blades around the spine. Hug them in. Breathe here, just opening the heart. Palms should slightly face the sky. Lift your face. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna draw the right arm over the left. Fingertips wrap around the shoulders. Just give yourself a hug here. Breathing again into the back side of the heart. Inhale, open, lengthen out. Lift the heart, lift the palms to the sky. Or face the palms to the sky. And then exhale, left arm over right. Big breath in and out. Exhale completely. Inhale, lengthen out. Fingertips reaching away from the heart. And exhale, lower. Let's sweep the hands forward as we inhale now. So just drawing in front of the body, lifting overhead as you inhale. And then exhale, try to bring them behind the heart as you lower down. Inhale, sweep forward again. Exhale, behind and down. One more of those. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, behind and down. Keep the fingers planted here. So if you have the flexibility at this point, you can interlace the hands behind the back, but you can also just keep the fingerprints grounded on the mat. Try to release the shoulders down, maybe ground your palms, and lift the heart, lift the chin up a little bit. If hands are interlaced, then just press them towards the mat. And then release. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the heart. Okay, good. Let's come into Baddha Konasana. Cobbler pose. Heels are pressed together. Interlace around the toes or grip your ankles. Start some butterflies here, but make sure you've got a foundation established. So when we move, we need to always make sure that we reestablish that, that stability for our practice. So just fluttering your legs here, slow, fast, big flutters, little flutters, doesn't matter. Whatever feels right for you in this moment. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then inhale, lift the crown of the head tall. Exhale, press the heart forward. So what we don't want to do is collapse in around the heart, where that kind of defeats the purpose of opening the heart space. So we're lifting the heart and then moving it forward. Even if you don't go very far forward, try not to draw the heart back and the shoulders around. Instead, move the collarbones away from the sternum as you draw the heart forward towards the front of the mat. And breathe here. Next to exhale, you have the option to start to press the heart further forward and then round down if you want. Another couple of breaths. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, extend the feet forward, coming into Dandasana, seated staff pose. So heels are traveling forward. Again, move the flesh, find the sit bones, press them into the mat. Back seam of the legs also roots down. Toes are pointed straight up. So tops of the feet pull back. Palms next to the hips, round the shoulders back and down. And then gently press your hands to the mat. Lifting the heart and the crown. Keep the chin parallel with the mat and breathe here. And then soften, slide the hands back and bend the knees so that the heels rest on the mat, but the toes aren't quite there. We're gonna take a reverse tabletop with our next inhale. So as you take the breath in, start to press the feet down, move the knees forward and lift the hips up. Draw the shoulders back and look up to the sky. And then exhale, lower down. Good. Let's come onto our knees now. So we're gonna find Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. We want the knees directly under the hips. Again, firm foundation, stable base. The lower legs are directly behind the knees. So we've got our foundation here. And we've got knees, hips, shoulders all aligned, stacked nice and tall on top of one another. So from here, inhale and lift the hands. Exhale and release, lengthening through the fingertips and bring the hands to the low back space. So we're going to stack the left on top of the sacrum and the right on top of the left. And we'll just breathe here for a moment. Every breath in, lifting the heart, drawing the shoulder blades to hug around the spine a little bit. And then exhale, relax. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. Now, if you can, interlace the hands. And with the next inhale, then really press the hands to the earth, drawing the shoulder blades even closer to the spine, lifting the heart a little higher, gazing up to the sky. Breathe here for just a moment. If it's really uncomfortable, please come out of it. And then inhale, lift the hands overhead. Exhale to the heart. Bringing the hands down to the mat, coming into tabletop pose. Foundation, again, you don't even need to move your back legs. They're already set, but make sure that your wrists are under the shoulders. The index fingers are rooting at the base and at the hook shape in the hands. So spread those fingers out wide and root down. Now we're going to come into cat and cow. So inhale, bring the belly down, the heart forward, lift the eyes and lift the tail for cow pose. And as we exhale, then pull the belly to the spine first. And then begin to drop the crown and the tail down as you round the spine up. Inhale, release the belly down, cow pose. Eyes and tailbone lift. Exhale, pull the belly in, round it up tall, release the crown and the tail. Take a few more of these cat-cow vinyasas with your own breath. The breath is your guide. And then with the next inhale, come up onto your fingerprints. So we're gonna take a few cat-cows with tiger paws. So pressing the fingerprints down, let the belly release as you inhale, lift the heart and the eyes and the tail. And then exhale, really press those fingerprints down, pull the heart and the belly to the sky, drop the crown and the tail. Inhale, bring the belly down, heart forward, eyes and tail lift. Exhale, draw it in and up, rounding tall, release the crown and the tail. One more time, inhale, cow pose, tiger paws. And exhale, release into cat. Ground the palms, inhale back to neutral spine. Walk the fingers forward a little bit. Inhale, draw the heart forward. And then exhale, start to press the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose. Bow the head down. Keep the hands rooted. Let the belly come towards the thighs. If you can place your head on the mat, great, but it's not necessary. Just keep the ears between the arms. And breathe here. With your next inhale, come back onto your tiger paws, so up on your fingerprints. As you exhale, move your hands to the right side of the mat. Draw the left hip back, ground your palms and bow your head. Breathe into the left side body. Inhale back to tiger paws. Exhale through center to the left side of the mat. Draw the right hip back, ground the palms, bow the head. Inhale, tiger paws again. Exhale, center of the mat, child's pose. I'm just gonna do a couple Chakravakrasanas here. So with your next inhale, bring the shoulders over the wrists, root in that hook shape of your hands, press the heart forward, draw the shoulder blades back, and move the chin forward. Remember, don't let your hips get loose here. Keep them engaged. Stretch the front side of the body, the east side of the body. As you exhale, then pull the belly in, press into the hands, pushing the hips back to the heels, bow the head, child's pose. So we inhale, move the heart forward, press it through, lift the chin up a little bit, and then exhale, pull the belly in, move it all the way back, child's pose. A couple more with your breath here. Tune into what your body needs in this moment. Let the spine undulate as you move forward and back. Add a couple of hip circles if you need to. Maybe as you come to the top of the mat, you need a little dancing cobra, a little more side stretching for the hips, for the belly. There's no right or wrong if you're listening to what your body needs and honoring that. Take a couple more rounds of breath and meet back in child's pose. Inhale, bring the hips over the knees, and we'll walk the hands forward. So keeping the hips over the knees, the fingertips reach towards the front of the mat, pretty far away, so the wrists are way out in front of the shoulders. And then we bow the head and we begin to sink the heart towards the mat. Coming into Anahata, puppy pose. Now if you can't quite reach the mat with the head, that's okay. Keep the ears between the arms, just like child's pose, or place a block on the floor or a pillow on the floor for some grounding. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then next inhale, slowly start to lift up. Move the shoulders over the wrists. And then exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, move forward, curl the toes, and then exhale, pike the hips up to the sky, press into that hook shape of your hands, sink your heels towards the earth, release the crown of the head, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out, just adding some length to the hamstrings, some space to the calves, a little more warmth in the legs here. So pedal out as much or as little as you need to. Again, it's just about tuning into what your body needs. And when you're ready, lift both heels with your next inhale, and then exhale, sink your heels closer to the mat. Lift your tailbone closer to the sky. Let your heart travel towards your thighs and the crown of the head towards the earth. Press under that first, the knuckle of the first finger at the base of the finger. That's where we're trying to root most of our weight to prevent wrist fatigue. Inner thighs are spiraling back. And then when we inhale, we'll come to the knees. Release the toes, exhale, child's pose. So we'll create a little vinyasa. Inhale, lifting up into thunderbolt. So we just did Vajrasana here, thunderbolt pose. So we want to float the fingertips to the sky. Make sure the knees are still under the hips. We don't want them wide, and we don't want the knees kissing together. As we exhale, float the fingers out in front, bring the hips back towards the heels, plant the palms. Inhale, move the heart forward, curl the toes. Exhale, float back, downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward. Knees, exhale, child's pose. Inhale, forward, shoulders over wrists, curl the toes. Exhale, dog. Oh, I forgot the thunderbolt. Let's try it again. Inhale, knees. I'll remember this time. Exhale, child's. Now float it up. Inhale, extend out. Lift the arms high. And then turn the palms forward as you exhale, pull the belly in, bring the hands to the mat, child's pose. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders over wrists, curl the toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knees. Exhale, child's. Press the shins. Inhale, extend the arms. Lift, 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 lift. Exhale, palms forward, belly in, extend it long, child's pose. Inhale, forward again, curl the toes. Exhale, dog. One more round of this. Inhale, knees. Exhale, child's. Inhale, lifting up, Vajrasana. Exhale, extending through the fingertips. Bring the palms down, child's pose. Inhale, forward, curl the toes. Exhale, dog. Pause and breathe. Pedal out if you need to. Take your knees anytime you have to. Listen to your body, honor where it's at. And then we're going to slide forward into plank pose. So from dog, you should be able to float your shoulders right over your wrists and be in plank pose, tall plank pose. So we'll pause here for just a moment. Shoulder blades move down the spine, heart forward, crown forward, gaze at the front edge of your mat. Pull your heels back and lift your kneecaps. Move your butt down a little bit. Drop your left knee and kick the left foot off of the mat. Ground your right foot down. So when I say that, it's basically we go from here to here. Press down at the outer edge of that foot and make that your foundation along with your left leg and your left hand. Your left wrist should be in line with your left knee and your right ankle. Now we'll float the right fingers to the sky. So we're in a supported side plank here. Reach the fingertips tall, move the crown and the heart forward, and draw the shoulder blades down the back. I want you to feel the right shoulder blade moving towards the spine. You can gaze down, out at the horizon, or up at your right thumb, which should be over your nose. And we're going to breathe in here, and as we exhale, move the right hand towards the back of the mat, and then let it fall towards the earth. As you inhale, then sweep it forward, and all the way up. Exhale, reach it back, and lower it down. Inhale, sweep it forward, and up. Exhale, back, and down. One more of those. Inhale, forward, and up. Exhale, back, and down. Lift it straight up to the sky this time as you inhale. And then exhale, reach it forward overhead. So gaze out at the horizon here. Right fingers are reaching towards the front of the room. Right heel drawing back. Right bicep is near the right ear. Option to lift your right foot if you want, just to make a little more space, a little more length in the body, but it's only an option. You don't have to do it. Inhale, float the right fingers to the sky, and then exhale, bring it back down. Left foot comes in. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale, drop your right knee, kick the foot off the mat, ground your left foot. So first foundation, left heel is pressing down, outside edge is rooting, left ankle, right knee, right wrist in line. Inhale, float the right fingers to the sky. Pause here and breathe. Check your foundation, check your alignment. Crown of the head is moving forward with the heart. Left shoulder blade drawing close to the spine. Left fingers reaching open. Breathe into your heart space. And then next exhale, we let the left fingers travel back towards the back of the room and then down towards the earth. Inhale, lift them forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. One more like that. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Coming straight up from the earth this time as you inhale, lift the left fingers. And then turn the palm forward. Exhale, reach the left fingers to the front of the room. Press the left heel into the mat, or option to float it up, pressing it away from the left fingertips. Lower your left foot, inhale, lift the left fingers, and then exhale, round back to the mat. Finding plank again, inhale, and then exhale, pike the hips up, press into the hands, downward facing dog. Again, option to pedal out if you need it. Take it every time. Take your knees to rest if you need that. With your next exhale, then we're gonna make our way to the top of the mat. So nice and slow coming up, however you need to travel there. And when you arrive, set your feet up for Tadasana. So we want to keep some space between the heels and draw the big toes close. Spread the toes out wide, root behind the first and last toe in the center of each heel, and then add a slight doming, a slight lifting to the center of each arch, creating Pada Bandha. Energy lock for the feet, strong foundation. Slide your hands up the shins and inhale, lengthen the crown forward, the tailbone back, the shoulder blades down, the heart forward, inner thighs spiral behind us. Breathe here. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Next exhale then, go ahead and release the crown to the floor. Release the hands. You can even have a slight bend in the knees here if you need it. Remember, spare your low back. Soft bend in the knees. Nod your head like you're saying yes. And shake your head like you're saying no. And then bend your knees deep. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hands to the sky, coming all the way up to stand. And then exhale the hands to the heart. We'll finish our Tadasana here. So we've got our foundation set. We want to lift the kneecaps, quads are firm. We want to pull the low belly space in, float the ribs away from the hips, roll the shoulders back and down, release the fingertips to the mat, allowing the collarbones to move away from the sternum, lifting the heart towards the sky, releasing the shoulder blades down, and then drawing the crown of the head up to the sky. So breathing here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel the foundation. Breathe into the heart space. Inhale, lift the arms. Hook the thumbs, butterfly hands, so fingers are spread nice and wide. As we exhale, then we'll reach up and over to the right, left pinky drawing to the right side of the room. Inhale, back to tall. Exhale, right pinky reaches up and over to the left side of the room. Inhale, tall again. Exhale, release slowly out to the side, lengthening through the fingertips. Back to Tadasana. Walk your feet out to the edges of the mat. Toes point out at an angle. We'll float the hands out to an angle away from the shoulders. 5-point star stretch. So allow those fingers to reach away. Root in the heels and in the toes. Pull the heart forward and to the sky. Draw the tailbone towards the earth a little bit. Relax the shoulders and breathe here. And then inhale, draw the hands all the way overhead. Press the palms together. And exhale, release out. Soften the knees. Take a ragdoll pose. Let the spine be long. Let the knees be soft. Let the hips be buoyant. Just sway a little side to side. You can grab opposite elbows if you like that. You can put your hands on your knees if that's better for you and sway in a little more of a dancey way. Remember to tune into your own body and do what feels right for you in this moment. And then we'll press into the feet and inhale, extend out again, lifting tall. Breathe into that heart space. Press the palms and exhale to the heart. Good. Let's flow through some classic suns, some sun salutations, and keep moving on through our practice. So at the top of your mat, feet are together to Tadasana feet, and hands are at the heart. So we're gonna inhale and lift the hands. Big breath in, open heart. And then exhale, extend through the fingertips, folding in half. Step your right foot back and drop your knee. Release the toes, press into the left heel, the front heel, and the top of the back foot. Engage the thighs together so you can lift up, extending through the fingertips again, Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, lengthen out. Release the hands to the mat and step the left foot back to down dog. We take a little vinyasa here. So we inhale to the knees, shift the hips back a little bit. Exhale, chest and chin lower towards the mat. Release the hips and toes, and then inhale a little cobra here. Exhale, make your way back to down dog. Float your right foot to the sky, or option to drop your left knee if that's better. And then as you exhale, bring the right knee forward and step through. Press into the front heel, top of the back foot, inner thighs engage. Inhale, lift, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hips and hands come down, opening that heart space even more. Step the left foot up. Root through your heels and inhale, rise tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. So that was classic sun on our right side, right lead. Let's do left lead. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back, drop your knee. Root down and rise, inhale. Exhale, release the hands and the hips down. Step your right foot back to down dog. Here's our little vinyasa. Inhale to the knees, shift the hips back. Exhale, chest and chin lower. Release your hips and toes. Inhale, little cobra. And exhale, traveling back to down dog. Left foot lifts or right knee drops, whatever you need. And then exhale, knee to the chest. Step the left foot through. Inhale, float the hands up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, release the hands down. Step your right foot forward. Root down and rise here. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Excuse me. So let's go through one more round on each side. Classic suns. Remember, when you come into Anjaneyasana, rooting in that front heel, top of the back foot, and drawing the thighs together really helps you get that lift you need to open your heart up to the sky. So here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, drop your knee. Inhale, lift the hands, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hips and hands come down to the mat. Step the left foot back, down dog. Inhale to your knees, shift your hips back. Exhale, chest and chin lower. Release your hips and toes. Inhale, a little cobra. Doesn't have to be big, tall cobra, just little cobra. And then exhale, back to down dog. Right foot floats or left knee drops. Inhale. And then exhale, knee travels forward, step it through. Inhale, lift tall, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step the left foot up. Root down and rise as you lift your hands, open your heart. And then exhale, back to center. Left lead, inhale. Exhale, fold. Left foot stepping back. Root down and rise as you inhale. Lift the heart, lift the hands. Exhale, bring the hands back to the mat. Step your right foot back, down dog. Inhale to your knees. Hips shift back. Exhale, chest and chin lower. Release your hips and toes. Find little cobra with your inhale. And then exhale, travel back to down dog. Left foot lifts or right knee drops. Inhale. Exhale, knee moves forward, stepping through. And then float it up again. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Step your right foot forward. Root and rise here. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to the heart. So letting the thumbs rest in the center of the chest for a moment. Take a few breaths. I wanted to get some breath and some blood flowing and some heart opening going before we set our intention for our class today. And that's only so you could maybe hear the message that comes from your heart a little more clearly. So take a moment to Tadasana, feet and legs, shoulder blades relaxed, hands at heart center. Feel the rise and fall of the breath. And listen to the message from the heart for your intention, for your endowment of your practice. Maybe of your entire day. It could be a prayer or an affirmation or just a direction from your energy. Remember, there's no right or wrong. And then with the next inhale, we'll sweep the hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hands back to the shins. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, step back to plank pose, or you can take your knees for modified plank. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, chaturanga all the way to the belly. Release the toes. Inhale, find a little cobra here. And then exhale, travel back to down dog. Full breath in. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. A little bend in the knees as you root down and rise up tall. Exhale to the heart. So sun salutation A. Let's go a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Hands on the shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lifting halfway. Exhale, step back to plank pose or knees for modified plank. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga to the belly. Release the toes. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold deep. Root down and rise. Lift it tall. Open your heart space. Exhale to the heart. One more round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step to plank or modified. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Release the toes. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, down dog. Full breath here in dog. And then exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in half. Root down and rise. Inhale. And then exhale to the heart. Oh, I lied. We're going one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. We're gonna meet in down dog. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Release the toes, little cobra as you inhale. Exhale, down dog. Here we are. Breathe, 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 breathe. Pedal out if you need to. Remember, it's always okay to make a little extra time for that. Then we're going to move the right foot forward. So you can drop your left knee if you need to, or you can lift your right heel as you inhale. And then exhale, move the knee towards the chest and step your foot through between your hands. Back foot is going to ground down just like it did when we were in our supported side plank. From here, we're going to press all the way to stand. So we're setting up for warrior two. Back foot is ground. So the outside edge sinks into the earth. There's a slight dome in the arch. The kneecap is lifted, so it's a nice solid foundation for you there. The right toes are pointed forward, and the hips and the heart face the left side of the room. Float your hands up as you inhale. Pause here, reaching the fingertips to the earth or to the sky, but drawing the shoulder blades down towards the earth. Now we want to bend the knee, the right knee towards the right pinky toe. We want to keep the left hip opening out, and then we'll extend the arms out to the sides. The tailbone just releases down, so don't tuck it under, don't lift it up. We don't want any sway in the back. Pull the tailbone so that it draws to the earth. Turn the palms to the earth and move the chin towards the right shoulder. Now let's inhale and lift the hands overhead, straighten the right knee. And then exhale, let yourself come back slowly to earth. Inhale, scoop that energy up with your palms, lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it. And then exhale, extend it out through the heart, through the fingertips, finding warrior two. Breathe here, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Big open heart, lift it to the sky, gaze over the right middle finger. And then straighten the right knee and lift the hands again. Turn the right toes towards the center of the mat. As we exhale, forward fold. Both toes actually draw towards the center of the mat for wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padanthanasana. So we're folded in half. Shoulders or wrists are under shoulders. Inhale and lengthen the spine out here. So it's a half lift with wide legs. And then as we exhale, bend the elbows, release the crown of the head down. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Place your left hand under your face. And as you exhale, float your right hand to the sky. So just a little twist here. Crown and heart move forward. Fingers float to the sky, right shoulder blade hugging against the spine. With your next inhale, drop your right hand in front under your face. And then as you exhale, left hand floats to the sky. And with your next inhale, left hand comes down. Exhale, one more forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up. And then exhale, turn the right toes forward, release the hands back, interlace. So we've got our warrior legs and our hands interlaced. And we're going to gently press the hands to the earth and then start to bend the right knee. So it's a little variation on humble warrior. Heart opening, Casting the face to the sky. Lifting the arch of the back foot. Not away from the mat, but just doming it. And then release the hands, inhale, lift. Lift the back heel, crescent lunge. So fingers towards the sky, shoulder blades towards the earth, back heel lifted, right knee traveling forward. Big breath in here. And then exhale out to the sides, plant the hands, step the right foot back down, dog. Now we'll do the left side. So lift the left foot or drop the right knee. Inhale. Exhale, left knee comes forward, step it through. Ground the right foot. Press into the feet to rise. So hips and heart face the right side of the room. Back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Engage that leg, make it a solid foundation. Left knee traveling towards left pinky toe. Right hip opening out to the side, toward the back really. Float the hands up, inhale them overhead. And then as you exhale, extend through the fingertips, lengthening across the heart space. Move the chin towards the left shoulder. Let the tailbone cast towards the earth. Shoulder blades follow suit, moving down the back. Crown and heart are lifting to the sky. Turn the palms up. Inhale, scoop up all that energy. And then exhale, release it out and lower back down. Warrior two. Do that again. Inhale, scoop it up, lift, 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 lift. And then exhale out and down. Pause and breathe. Open heart space. What is going on in your head? Are you saying, I love? Are you saying, I am kind? Is your heart open to receiving whatever comes your way? Inhale, float the hands up. Turn the toes towards the center of the mat. And then exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. And pause. All right, we're going to draw the arms around. Interlace the hands one more time. You always have the option to stack the hands on the sacrum if that's better for you, or maybe even grab opposite elbows. Do whatever is accessible for you. We're just going to press the hands to the earth and lift the heart. Shoulder blades hug the spine. Option here for forward fold. You don't have to do it, but if you want to go for it, be mindful, be careful, soft bend in the knees, and cast the heart forward as you lower the crown towards the earth, lifting the hands up and overhead. If you're folded in half, release the hands. And inhale, lift back to stand. Exhale, turn the left toes forward again. Lift the back heel as you bend the left knee forward, and then float the hands up as you inhale back to our crescent lunge here. One more breath in. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Step your left foot back, down dog. Good job. Keep breathing here in down dog for a couple breaths. Be mindful that you can always take your knees if you need. Inhale, come to your knees now, and then exhale, child's pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, come forward, curl the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of the mat with your next exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Root down and rise tall. And then exhale to the heart. So because we have our shoulders and our heart space so open, we have opened our hips a little bit, I wanted to move into dancer pose. It's one of my favorites. So it is a balance pose. I encourage you to find a wall if you are a little shaky with the balance. You might also grab a strap if you think you may have trouble taking hold of your foot. So that's what we're going to be doing, is taking hold of the foot with one hand as we balance. So find Tadasana feet. Build your foundation first. Make it stable. Breathe into that power triangle and imagine the center of each arch gently lifting up. So bend the right knee, sink the left foot into the earth a little deeper. Draw the left glute in. So we want a nice stable base through the left side. And we'll place the left hand on the left hip. Float the right hand up. And you can stay right here. This is making your way to dancer pose. You can stay right here with it. Or if you want to advance, then we begin to bring the right hand down and bend the right knee. So again, if you can catch your foot here, then go for it. If not, you can just practice reaching the hand down, the fingers down, and bending the right knee. Find your drishti, find your gaze. A focal point for the eyes helps your balance tremendously. So if you've got your foot either with your hand or even a strap, or even maybe your pant cuff, hold here, let the right knee drift towards the mat, and float the left hand to the sky. So left fingers are reaching up. Left knee can be soft too. That can help a little bit. Pull the belly in, and then we begin to press the right foot into the right hand. So this is where it comes in handy to have nice open shoulders. So you're in dancer pose, no matter where you are. If you want to advance it even a little from here, try not to fall. But start to tip the heart forward. Breathing the whole time. And then coming back to center. Release the right leg. Shake the legs out a little bit. Establish your foundation. Again, we'll do the opposite side. So when you're ready, a little extra weight into the right leg. Lift the kneecap, quad is firm. Draw the right glute in. Bend the left knee. Float the the left hand up. Right hand is on the hip for now. And we find our drishti first. So focus your eyes. Pull everything into the midline. And then bend the left knee as you lower the left fingers. So again, if you can catch your foot, the pant leg, use a strap, whatever works, or just bend and release. If you've got your foot, pressing the foot into the left hand and floating the right hand to the sky. And then again from here, if you want to start to tip the heart forward. And then we'll draw it back to center and release. Shake the legs out. Good job. Remember, no matter where you're at, it's exactly where you're supposed to be. And you love and you are kind. And you open your heart to receiving whatever comes your way. Float the hands up as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, make your way down to your seat. Extend the legs out in front. Move the flesh and find the sit bones. So crown of the head is lifting. Let's bend the right knee. Take another gentle twist here. So extend the left arm out to the side. Rise tall through the crown as you inhale. And then as you exhale, wrap the left arm around the right leg. Right hand floats behind. So just rest the fingertips on the mat. Lift the crown again as you inhale. Exhale, pull the belly in and turn the chin towards the right shoulder. As we inhale, then we come back to center. Exhale, extend the right leg, bend the left. Inhale, extend the right arm out to a T. And then exhale, it comes around the left leg, left hand floats back. Inhale, rise up tall again. And then exhale, pull the belly in, turn, and move the chin towards the shoulder. Breathe, breathe, breathe here. Next inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release both heels forward. Soft bend in the knees here. Inhale, float the hands up and overhead. And then exhale, cast your hands and your heart forward. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Allow the belly to rest near the thighs. Allow the head to bow if it's comfortable. Either place your hands behind your calves, your knees, grip your ankles, your feet, 2 fingers around your big toes. Just some grounding for your hands, but not forcing the heart forward. We're trying to surrender the heart down. And breathe into it and expand it on both sides, front and back. Feeling that true nature of compassion within each of us as we surrender with the breath into the sanctuary of our being. And then we're going to inhale and rise. Bend the knees. Exhale, come on to your back. Take your knees, put your knees together and take your feet wider than your hips or to the edges of your mat. Just let your spine lengthen out and rest here for a moment. And then draw the knees towards the chest. Rock left and right. Maybe take some sacral circles if you want, moving the knees over the hips and taking a few circles in each direction. That feels really good. If you practice with me, you know this is one of my favorite things to do. And then we'll draw the knees in again. And then release the feet down to the mat. Bring your arms to your sides, point your thumbs up so palms face the hips. Heels are close to the glutes. Keep your knees kissing together here as we do some bridge lifts. So root through the heels. Inhale, move the knees forward, float the arms overhead. Press the chest towards the chin. As you exhale, then lengthen through your fingers. Slowly bring your vertebrae down one at a time. Uncurl the tailbone as you plant the hands. Go again, inhale, lift. Hips, arms overhead, chest to chin. And then exhale, lengthen out. And we'll do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand over the left. And recall that intention that your heart spoke to you, that endowment that we set in the middle of practice. And please carry that through your day, through your week, through your life. Let this space guide you in all you do. Because you know the mind will chatter all day long, telling you all sorts of false things. But the heart never lies. So keep it open, keep the energy flowing. Release your feet forward. Release your arms down to your sides. Walk your shoulder blades towards your spine and down your back. Palms face the sky with fingers curling naturally. Open to receiving gifts. The face is soft and pleasant. The tongue is moved away from the roof of the mouth. Relax your jaw. Ease any tension through the throat and the neck. Take one more big smiling breath into your heart. And with that smile, let it bring gratitude and self-love, abundance, strength, truth, and love for all creatures, for this planet, and for each other. Let the belly be soft. Release any tension or gripping in the hips. Just let them melt into the mat. Let the arms and legs feel heavy. Let the spine feel long and supple. Let yourself just ease into the cradle of the earth. Feeling safe and swaddled. Feeling light and connected to the divine. And knowing that that sanctuary at the center of your being is always there for you to visit. Every moment of every day. Stay here in Shavasana as long as you need to. And when you're ready, come up slowly and have a wonderful day. My love to you all. Namaste.